Hey Gary, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey Gary, what's up? How's it going?
good. How are you?
All good, all good. Hey, look at you, looking good, man. How are you, Gary?
You too. You too, man.
Appreciate
Good.
it.
Good.
All right, so let's get into it. Gary, I don't want to take much of your time. Um, anyways, please share with me a little bit more context about the situation of the seller and what was the condition of the property.
So the it's a condo that needs it's just full. It's a hoarder house. They've been living there 40 years. Um,
Wow.
and it needs updating. Um, but it's a pretty standard two bed, two bath condo. And I think I was telling you the other day. I renovated one like a couple of doors down in the same complex like a year and a half ago. So I was already familiar with the area.
All right, that's nice. Perfect. What type of deal was that? It was a cash offer
No,
or what type of deal?
no, I switched to a novation because
Mm.
to make it a quicker close and to avoid paying the closing costs up front.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay, cool.
Hmm?
Nice. There was something that you learned from this particular deal that you can think that you could apply in future deals?
That I learned.
Yeah.
Uh,
Some odd situation or something like that, you know, taught you a lesson or something like that you could apply for future deals.
I mean, nothing new, but I mean, just in general, though, I would just say like to 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 always figure out what their needs are, like how quick, like their timeline, and and accessibility to the house and everything, just like understanding their situation to know what the best way to structure the deal is.
Got you. All right. Actually, I was getting there. So,
Yeah,
uh, can you walk me through like your sales process with this homeowner? I mean, like what techniques or strategies did you use to build rapport with them and negotiate with them?
yeah. So we had our first call was was a pretty solid, I think, like 20-minute phone call. Just kind of learning about them, the situation, the property itself, um, figuring all that out, and then kind of walking her through, what I do, and um, and then when I do that, I also like to get into you know, I like to explain some of the options that we might have um, for them, so they don't just think that it's these quote unquote lowball cash offers, that they think all investors give them. Um, because she had already talked to a couple other investors, and so I knew that at that point. So I knew that there had to be a way where I had to set myself up where I was different from them. So that kind of came the idea of creatively where I take over their payments such, and I give them I found out that they wanted to move down to um, Atlanta, Georgia area, and they were looking to move in 2 weeks, and they were looking to do all this very quickly. And this was the way to get this quick, and then also um, I told them that they could leave all the belongings that they didn't want to bring with them. I just don't worry about getting it, because they were talking about getting dumpsters and stuff, and I just I was explained to them, don't worry about getting the dumpsters, like just get a moving truck for whatever stuff you want to put in there, and then I'll handle the rest. And that was they liked that. I didn't give them a number offhand though. Like when we first talked, I said I tried to get a number out of them. They said 160, and then later on in the conversation, she was at 150, and then she said even if we could get 140, it would be that's what we want. So she kind of like negotiated. I let her negotiate herself down. But I never gave a price, on the first call. I just said I had to go home and, run my numbers and look through everything. And also it was very big to her that we were local. She wanted to deal with a local company and not someone that was, in Colombia. No, I'm joking. And so the fact that I was able to share with her that that we did this deal, another house right down the street from her, she liked that, and yeah, and that was it. So then I that was maybe we talked in the morning, and then I called later on that day, and gave them the thumbs up. We ended up agreeing on, I think it was 120 or 118 was the final number that we agreed on. So I got them down a bit as well. And I just walked them through, the numbers, saying, all right, hey, it's worth, maybe it's worth 180 fixed up, but I have to put in, $25,000 into it. There's the realtor fees and, closing costs, etc. I kind of walked them through all that, and kind of showed them how I got to that 118 number there. So
That's very nice, man. All right, so well, definitely, as you're saying, you're putting on evidence that definitely, having those quality conversation first before shooting numbers and all that, it's definitely really healthy for the process, right? So
Right.
would you say that that type of follow-up and nurturing the leads, from the very beginning, it's a game changer?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. That's great. That's great, man. So how many conversations do you have with them over the phone before getting to meet them in person?
I've never met them in person still.
Oh, you never did. All
No,
right, I see.
no.
So everything over the phone.
Yeah, they have a kind of complicated situation. They have like a son that has special needs, and I guess he gets really like upset with people that come into the house. So I had to do everything virtually. So I had them send me pictures of the property and the condition, and that was kind of how I was able to come up with with my offer, and then just having conversations with them over the phone was really how I just built the trust. And they said they also they ended up Googling me and looked me up and stuff, and so they they felt comfortable, I guess, after all that.
All right, I see. Well, that sounds great, man. So
Yeah.
in the end, what was your ROI on this deal?
Not done yet. So it's under contract. So I'm still in the process.
See, how much more or less would you calculate to be your your revenue?
I'll probably make like 25 grand.
All right, that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, with regards of Hesel Media, what do you think about our services?
Pretty good.
Okay, that's nice to hear. How did, let's say, how did our marketing strategies and coaching contribute to your success with this deal?
So I mean, you guys were able to provide a warm, motivated lead that was, ready, ready to sell the property now. And it essentially already qualified in the sense of, they knew they wanted to sell. It was, it was in fact them that was selling. I know it's just a matter of navigating the best way to go about it. But it was a pretty easy sale because they were highly motivated.
That sounds excellent, man. I'm glad to hear that. And of course, I'm glad that you're seeing leads coming in that are really motivated and that the process was smooth for you. So, it's clear that you have the key to succeed on this business. My question here will be, Gary, what do you think you're doing different to others that is actually generating results to you?
I would say, like, I try to be consistent with my follow up and talking to these people, and then also just being kind of genuine with them, not being robotic or like salesy and feeling like it's, they're dealing with some company or something. Just being a person with them, I think goes a long way.
Got it, man. Love it. Love it. Definitely. I totally agree about the follow up. What do you have a piece of advice that you could give to other real estate investors that they are just starting out?
Advice to real estate investors starting out. I mean, it's a numbers. I think it's a numbers game. You're always gonna get it. You will always you'll always get a deal. Like you'll get a deal no matter what. It just depends on how long that takes. And like with persistent follow up with sellers and just and just consistency in the business, then you will see the success. And I think that a lot of people might give up. They might give up too early because they don't see instant success. But once they get things started, and they get a couple of deals under their belt, it starts flowing easier.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, Gary. Is there any other potential deal right now in your pipeline that kind of have you excited about?
The one I was telling you about yesterday in Vermont is kind of interesting. The only hard part we're dealing with now is going through because it was listed on the market, is going through the agent, and the agent's not because the seller contacted us directly, right? So we had a conversation with the seller, and she wasn't happy about that. But at the end of the day, the seller is the one that reached out to us. We didn't reach out to them. So we're trying to get something going with that deal. It's just the hardest part is kind of getting the realtor out of the way, and hoping that she doesn't kind of skew the sale and mess it up. So we'll see.
I see. All right. Well, that sounds good. How long to for the contract or the agreement with the realtor to be expired?
It's a while. It's like 6 months, and she just signed like weeks ago.
Oh shoot. All right. But that sounds good. And, the fact that they approach to you, it says a lot, right? I mean, there's and satisfaction with the realtor and what they're doing. So, well, best of luck with that, Gary. Hope you can get something from it. All right. So, well, you know what? While you're making all that money, Gary, you can actually give us a referral. Can you think of someone that you can refer to us that is probably willing to solve your motivated seller leads?
Not at the moment. I can't really. I know two people that use other companies for it.
And as far as you know, how they're doing with other companies?
I'm sorry?
As far as you know, how are they doing with these other companies?
I think that they're doing pretty good actually.
Oh.
They both actually do they do Google, SEO, pay per click, and Facebook. So they do all three. They don't just do Facebook. Their marketing budgets are more. But yeah, I know they do that.
I got it. All right. Well, just keep in mind that whenever you have someone to refer to us, we will be ready to kind of show you our appreciation to that. So whenever something or some name comes up to your mind, please let us know so we can take immediate action. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Gary, appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you would like to share with me about the deal?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, just also like I guess just for starting out or just general, like I think the biggest thing is also just figuring out how to monetize every deal. Like don't just think of some people think of something wholesale. It doesn't work as wholesale. It's a dead deal, and this perfect box and deal, but you're creative with the deal, different exit strategies and things you could do, then you're gonna definitely get more. But I think that's why maybe some other investors on this deal just they were looking at it as a regular flip if the numbers didn't work, but no one thought to go this the novation route. So
I say I'm sorry, I didn't catch the whole thing. You were breaking up really bad. Can you please repeat yourself there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, basically, the way to get more deals, I think, too, and like starting out is like to offer more than one, exit strategy, like have more than one exit strategy and have multiple, options or solutions to provide. So don't just, every deal isn't just a wholesale deal. There might be a referral for a listing, or there might be, a novation opportunity or some sort of other creative financing. So I think you have to like look at deals like, in all different ways, see what makes the most sense.
Totally agree. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that we really promote and encourage to our clients, in the sense that having an open mindset and having a different set of solutions, being open to do something different than just a wholesale or a cash offer, but always have something else in the deck. So great. Yeah, I agree with that. Appreciate your insights, Gary. So I'm not taking much of your time. I wish you have a great day, man. Thank you for your thoughts, and I'll keep you posted about Twilio. All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Hope you have a great day, man.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye now.